The door that wasn't there. Yesterday, Lena had lived in the old farmhouse for over 6 years. It wasn't beautiful, weathered walls, crooked floors, and windows that moaned in the wind. But it was hers. She'd inherited it from her grandmother, who died alone in that very house. The only warning she'd left was in her final letter. Don't go where the house wants you to go. Not all doors are meant to open. Lena never understood what that meant. The house had always been strange, sure, with whispers in the floorboards and the occasional cold spot. But she chalked that up to old wood and faulty insulation. Until yesterday, the hallway on the second floor had 3 doors, one to her bedroom, one to the guest room, and one to the bathroom. This morning there were 4. The new door was nestled between her room and the guest room, as though it had always been there. But Lena knew her house. She knew there had never been a door there before. She stared at it, her coffee cooling in her hands. The door was old, too old. Its wood was dark, almost blackened, like it had been through a fire. The brass handle was tarnished green, and carved into the center was a strange symbol, a circle with jagged lines running through it like cracks on a mirror. She reached for the knob, but a wave of nausea hit her mid-motion. Her hand recoiled instinctively. That should have been enough. She should have called someone. A priest, maybe. Or just left and never come back. But curiosity is a terrible thing. It whispers louder than fear. That night, she dreamed of her grandmother, sitting at the kitchen table, knitting something red. "You saw it, didn't you?" her grandmother said without looking up. "Saw what?" "The door," Lena nodded. Her grandmother's hands stilled. "Don't open it, Lena. Once it opens, it doesn't close." Then Lena woke up, to knocking. 3 sharp raps echoed from the second-floor hallway. She bolted upright. It was 2:13 a.m. The knocking came again. She grabbed her phone and a flashlight. The hallway was bathed in that dim, unnatural darkness that seemed to swallow light. The new door loomed there, solid and silent. Another knock. This time it came from inside. Her fingers trembled as she raised the flashlight. The symbol on the door seemed to shimmer slightly in the beam, as though shifting. Then it stopped. Silence. She should have run. But something held her in place, a pull, like a magnet to metal. The handle turned slowly, without her touching it. Click. The door creaked open an inch. Lena couldn't see anything beyond it. Just blackness, thick and endless. She slammed it shut and fled to her room, barricading the door with a dresser. Sleep didn't come. The next morning, she checked the hallway. The door was gone, only bare wall remained. Shaken, Lena tried to return to normal life, but the house wouldn't let her. Lights flickered, shadows moved, doors opened by themselves. And then the dreams returned. In them, her grandmother was no longer knitting. She was sitting still, her eyes white and rolled back. "There's something behind the door," she said in a voice not her own. "It remembers you." Lena began to hear things, low voices whispering her name, coming from behind walls. The house no longer felt like her own. It felt inhabited. On the 3rd night, she found muddy footprints in the hallway, bare footprints, leading from where the door had been to her bedroom. She didn't sleep that night. She researched the symbol. It wasn't anything she recognized, no occult references, no ancient glyphs. It didn't belong anywhere, but the house knew it, and it wanted her to know it too. Then the door returned. She saw it as she walked out of the bathroom at 4:47 a.m. No warning. Just there. This time it was wide open. There was no wall behind it, just a narrow staircase spiraling downward into darkness, farther than the house should go. A sound drifted up, a lullaby, faint, twisted, off-key. She felt her feet move, step by step, closer to the threshold. Something was breathing down there. "Lena," a voice whispered from below, low and soft and unmistakably familiar. It was her grandmother's voice, but it wasn't. She turned and ran. The door remained open for the rest of the day, and when night came, something emerged. She didn't see it, not clearly. Just a shape, tall, too thin, moving wrong. It stood in the hallway until sunrise, its silhouette still against the pale morning light. Then it vanished. Lena tried to leave the house, packed a bag, started her car, but the driveway looped. She drove for what felt like hours, only to return to the same front porch again and again. She was trapped. The house was alive. She confronted the door that night, armed with a lantern, salt, and a kitchen knife. The door was closed again, the symbol glowing faintly red. This time it spoke, not words, just a feeling. A pressure in her skull, a thought not her own. You opened it. You are marked. Now walk through. Lena screamed, threw the salt at the door, but it only laughed, a low churning sound like grinding bones. She sliced the symbol with her knife. The wood bled black tar. The house screamed, windows shattered. Light bulbs burst. The floor shook. Then the door swung open, violently. A hand reached out. Not a hand. Too many fingers. Lena ran, but it was faster. It didn't touch her. It only whispered, "Come and see." And then it was gone. The house went still. She didn't sleep. She sat on the floor of her room, knife in hand, eyes on the hallway. When dawn came, the door was closed again. But now it bore 3 symbols, not one. Lena knew what that meant. It wasn't just for her anymore. It was growing. She tried burning the door. The fire wouldn't take. She covered it in boards and nails, but every morning the boards were gone, the nails curled like paper. Something wanted out, something ancient, and it was using her to do it. She started seeing things in mirrors, not her reflection, but versions of her, twisted, smiling, watching. One night she awoke to find her doppelganger standing at the foot of her bed. It leaned forward and whispered, "You should have never looked." Then it stepped backward, into the wall, and vanished. Lena began to lose time, hours gone, days even. Once she found herself at the bottom of the stairs leading behind the door. She didn't remember walking there, but something had guided her. She decided to end it. Not the house, herself. She stood on the edge of the roof, breathing in the cold night air. Then a voice behind her, "Jump, and it wins." She turned. Her grandmother stood there, real, solid, older than she remembered. "You opened the door," she said, not unkindly, "but you don't have to walk through it." "I didn't mean to," Lena whispered. "It doesn't matter. Now you must lock it." "How?" Her grandmother held out a silver key, tarnished and glowing faintly. "Take this. Go into the dark. Find the heart of it. Lock it from within. But once you enter, you may not return." Lena stared at the key. It felt cold, too cold. But she took it. The door waited. The symbol pulsed. She stepped inside. The darkness swallowed her. They found the house a month later, after Lena's mail piled up and neighbors complained of screams. The house was empty. Except for one thing, a door on the second floor. It wasn't on any blueprint. The police tried to open it. They couldn't. Because it was locked from the other side, and carved into the wood were 4 symbols now. The last one looked like an eye, still bleeding, still watching. The end.